Let's talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect and the context that it has and can teach us about our own magical learning. Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description. So as you guys may or may not know, I have a bachelor's in psych, and I love translating almost everything I can into the psychology of it. And one of those things is magic, because a good portion of magic is psychology. So there's this thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect, which basically demonstrates the correlation between confidence and actually knowing what you are talking about. And a lot of people that start getting into magic and stuff, I suggest that you be like me and read a lot, if you can look back there behind my head. Or write a lot too. I've done that. Especially writing a lot with writing stuff down, because it allows this feedback loop of I'm thinking, I'm writing, I'm seeing it again, I'm thinking, I'm writing, da 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 da. But effectively grow your knowledge. So a lot of times when you first started getting into something, particularly magic, you start reading all this stuff and you're like, oh, it's that simple. All I have to do is put all this together and say this and do that, and boom, I've got magic. So a lot of times when you first start off, you think you know everything. So let's take a look at the graphic here. So as we're looking at it, you see where when you really know nothing at the bottom left-hand side, where's your confidence? It's like through the roof. So they call it like the peak of Mount Stupid, where you really think you know a lot, but really you're just getting your feet wet and you're coming to understand how to maybe, set up your temple, what you need on your altar, the planetary hours, and how your basic ritual structure of creating your temple, invoking the god and goddess, and calling the four quarters, and then, statement of intent, and raising energy, and then the actual spell work, and then, having cake and ale and closing and stuff. And you're like, wow, this is so easy. Da 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 da. And then, as you continue to learn more, you enter the valley of despair, where it's like, wow, there's so much more that I don't know. And then as you start to grow with your knowledge and you continue to go through a bunch of books and practice, I can't stress that enough, you start to go with the slope of enlightenment there, where you're growing in your knowledge and your confidence. And then when you become very wizened in your craft, that's when you not only have the knowledge, but also the confidence to use it, because you have so much understanding under your belt. So that was simple enough. The big point here, and why I wanted to make a video on this, is to stress the idea of learn, practice, read, talk with other people, watch videos online, read some more, talk with more people, watch some videos online, because that's going to grow your competence and or your knowledge, and that's going to grow your confidence. And the more that you read and practice and talk with people, the better you're actually going to get. A lot of times when we start off, we see these simple formulas and we think that's all there is to it. And those of us that have been in on this for a while understand that it's not just that, it's the intricacies. It's how you feel. It's manipulating your emotional energy. It's how you walk the walk. It's how you talk the talk. It's how you do stuff every day, where as you start to climb that slope of enlightenment from the graphic, what you'll understand is that magic isn't just, okay, I'm going to put my stuff away, I'm going to go into my temple, and I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing, beep, bop, boop, manifest reality, bang. It's more of a philosophy, and of course, you can debate me on this in the comments if you want. It's more of a philosophy, and it's a way of existing, where we go from going into our temple to bing, bang, boom, reality, hey, to manifesting all the time. So as you hopefully are all climbing that slope of enlightenment, you get the idea that there is so much more to learn. So I hope that I'm helping you guys to understand that magic is a giant rabbit hole that is amazing to be diving into, and that just never stop learning and never stop practicing. Good hunting.
If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.